We throw these words around all the time, right? Extrovert, introvert. But what if I told you that most of us have been getting them, well, kind of wrong? Today, we're going to go back to the source and find out what these personality types really mean.
So, where do you see yourself? Are you the life of the party, or are you more at home tucked away with a good book? Our culture pretty much presents this as a simple black and white choice. And we see these stereotypes everywhere, don't we? You've got the social butterfly, flitting from one conversation to the next. And then you have the quiet thinker, who often gets mistaken for being shy or, antisocial. These are the pop culture versions we all know and recognize.
But what if this whole way of thinking, sociable versus shy, is missing the most fundamental point? What if the real distinction is actually much deeper and, honestly, a whole lot more interesting? Well, the answer takes us all the way back to 1921, to the work of the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. He came up with this really radical idea that personality isn't just about what we do, but about this invisible force he called psychological energy. Think of it like the engine that dictates where we point our focus and our attention.
So this is the crucial point right here. Jung's theory isn't about whether you like parties or not. It's about where you get your energy from. It's all about how you recharge your mental batteries. That's the whole game.
Okay, first up, let's take a look at extroversion. For an extrovert, that psychological energy we were just talking about, it naturally flows outward, toward the external world of people and activities and experiences. So Jung noticed a few key patterns. Extroverts are genuinely energized by social settings. They usually have a more optimistic, kind of sunny outlook, and they often process their thoughts externally, by talking them out with other people. Plus, they tend to adapt really quickly to new situations, and they draw energy from that novelty. This right here gets to the absolute heart of it. After a totally draining day, an extrovert doesn't recharge by being alone. They actually recharge by being with people. For them, socializing isn't a cost, it's a power-up. It's literally what fills their mental battery back up. Now for introversion. It's the exact same concept of psychological energy, but the flow is just reversed. It's directed inward, toward their own rich internal world of thoughts and feelings. And let me be clear, this is not about being antisocial. It's simply about having an internal focus. This slide just breaks it down perfectly. Introverts are contemplative. They live in this incredible inner world of ideas. They'd rather have a few deep, meaningful connections than a huge social circle. They really go for depth over breadth, often becoming real experts in their chosen interests. And they process things internally. They need to think it through before they share their fully formed thoughts. And here is the other side of that energy coin. For an introvert, solitude is absolutely essential. It's not a sign of sadness or loneliness. It is their recharging ritual. After a lot of social stimulation, they need that quiet time to process everything and restore their psychological energy. But hold on, because Jung didn't just stop there. The whole extrovert-introvert spectrum, that was just the first layer of his model. He realized that our energy direction is combined with how we perceive the world and how we make our decisions. So Jung added a second layer, 4 functions that describe how we process the world. He basically asked 2 questions. First, how do you take in information? Do you focus on the concrete, tangible facts, that's sensing, or on the abstract patterns and possibilities, intuition? And second, how do you make decisions? Is it with cold, hard logic? That's thinking. Or is it based on personal values and the impact on people? That's feeling. Jung argued that our personality is really a combination of our energy direction and our preferred function. So why are we still talking about a theory that's over 100 years old? Well, because its impact has been absolutely massive. It has shaped everything from modern psychology to the way we think about ourselves and each other every single day. I mean, you can trace the influence directly. Jung's 1921 book laid the foundation. Then, by the 1940s, it inspired the famous Myers-Briggs test, the MBTI, which basically put his ideas into practice. And his core idea is so powerful that even today, the gold standard Big 5 personality model still includes extroversion as one of its 5 core traits. His work is literally baked into modern psychology. And this isn't just theory, it is incredibly practical. In school, recognizing these differences can help us create way better learning environments. An extroverted student might just crush it in a debate club, while an introverted student produces a brilliant, insightful research paper. And in relationships, oh my gosh, knowing your partner recharges differently can prevent so many misunderstandings. It just builds empathy. Now, it's really important to approach this with a balanced view. Jung's ideas were absolutely groundbreaking, but modern psychology has added some pretty important nuance. We can't just go around putting everyone into a rigid little box.
See, modern psychology views personality as more of a spectrum, not a binary choice. Most people aren't purely one or the other. They're what we call ambiverts. This just means they can tap into their extroverted traits when they need to, like leading a big presentation at work, but they still need that quiet time to recharge afterward. It's all about flexibility. And of course, culture plays a massive role in which of these traits we're all encouraged to show.
So at the end of the day, the ultimate takeaway is this. Jung's framework is best used as a tool for self-awareness and for understanding other people. It's not a label to box someone in, but a lens to see them and yourself more clearly.
So we'll leave you with this question. Now that you see personality not as some static label, but as a dynamic flow of energy, where does your energy go? Understanding how you recharge and how the people around you recharge isn't just a fun fact. It might just be the key to building a life and relationships that truly energize you. Thanks for joining us.